Good morning everyone, I'm Dr. E. Have you ever heard of something called breeding soundness evaluation? I think that's something very important, especially when you focus on the reproductive career of your male and female cats. Today, I'll give you my thoughts on what this should include. Watch the video and you'll see what I mean here.
And look at this queen here. She looks quite relaxed, isn't she? So I'm showing you that because the reproductive career, again, as I said, you need to focus on the word career. And that's something important because, you know, from time to, during a career, many things can happen. And it's important to do, in my opinion, regular checkups to make sure that everything is okay on the genital tract, to make sure that the reproductive health of your animals is optimal. So this can start by doing a physical examination when you visit your veterinarian once or twice a year. This is important because your veterinarian will be able to evaluate the general health of your cat. A rule of thumb, only breed cats which are healthy, and will also be able to have a look at the external genital tract, which is essential in breeding cats. External genital tract means the penis, the testis, the vulva, and the mammary glands. These are the things that need to be focused on during those physical examinations to make sure there is no abnormality, etc. When it comes to the penis and the vulva, it's important in long-hair breeds to make sure there are no hair plugs around those organs, because if there are hair plugs, this can be a problem for breeding, this can be a problem for parturition. And one thing important to focus on males as well is oral health. So take a look at the oral cavity of your males. Make sure they don't have tartar, they don't have gingivitis, because, you know, when they breed, the male will bite the neck of the female, and this will immobilize the female so that the male can actually breed. If he has gingivitis, he might not be able to breed properly, and if he cannot breed, well, if the female is not immobilized, he will not be able to breed, and that could be a cause of infertility. So that's why the routine physical exam is important, because this will give you this information. Some people always ask me, oh, do we need to do a blood work? I think blood work are great tools, especially when you want to assess if all the internal organs are okay, especially the kidneys and the liver, etc. But I must admit, when it comes to reproductive health, and regular checkups regarding reproductive health, it might not be something always so important. I mean, it's important to make sure that the animals are healthy, are in good health, but the blood work will not give you any indication on what's happening on the genital tract, because what you need to know what's happening in the genital tract, and the exam, the test that will tell you about this is this one, ultrasounds. Ultrasounds are a fantastic tool, and today in veterinary medicine we use them more and more. So this imaging technique will give you access to the uterus. Your veterinarian will be able to visualize the uterus of the queens, will be able to see if there are uterine cysts, if there is what we call cystic endometrial hyperplasia, if there's a mucometra, which is liquid inside the uterus. And those are common causes of infertility in queens. Many of those diseases are preventable. Many of those diseases can be medically treated. So if they are detected earlier on, then they will have a very little impact on fertility. So don't hesitate to team up with your veterinarian and discuss this with them. Discuss with them how you can follow up your animals and the reproductive health of your animals. The good news is that today we have tools in veterinary medicine that can help us do so, and that's a great plus for your breeding animals.